Hi guys, it's Eileen here and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Now today I'm going to show you how to do a tutorial on DIYing your own bedside caddy. This will come in really handy to stuff your glasses in, your book in, your cell phone, pen, flashlight, whatever you want to keep handy by your bedside area. And it will keep the clutter off your night table and it gives you more room. This is a simple sewing project, easy for beginners, and I really hope you enjoy my video. What you need for this project is your fabric. You need to have some shelf liner because you're going to place that on the back to keep it a good grip under your mattress. And you will need binding tape, and I purchased this double fold bias tape. Now, you could use whatever fabric you want, and you can make this to whatever size you want based on your dimensions for your bed and how low it would hang and how wide you want it. So I'm starting with my pocket piece. Now, I didn't have enough material to have it double-sided with the pattern, so I fused together a white piece of fabric and my colorful fabric piece. Under, it is a heavy-duty paper-backed fusible web. This will just attach my white fabric to my printed fabric so that there's no wrong side in my inner pocket. So these are now together, and the first step is to start applying your binding. Get your bias tape and line up the raw edge of your bias tape to the raw edge of your fabric and pin it into place. So I've pinned my bias tape all along my edge, and now what you're going to do is you're going to sew on that first crease all the way across. So let's get to that. Don't forget as you're sewing that you want to make sure to backstitch to secure your thread in place. So you could see my bias tape is in place. I stitched it up, and now you're going to fold this over your fabric the whole way, and it's going to be folded neatly on the back all across, and then you're going to stitch this up all along that back end. I have pinned up my bias tape to the bottom edge of my pocket. You see the top edge there. So I've pinned that up, and you're simply going to sew on that first fold like you did before. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our large piece of fabric and we're going to just fold this in half, and we're going to get our pocket piece and we're going to place it together with our large piece of fabric here. Now I suggest just pinning the sides here just to keep everything in place, but what we're going to do is we are going to stitch down here. I put the tape here so that we could easily sew a straight line. I've stitched my pocket lines and they're all in place now. So I still have the top of this is still loose. So you know what I'm going to do, just to keep it a little more in place, I'm going to use this Elmer's multi-purpose spray adhesive. Just going to go ahead, just spray some of this on, and then just press that down. That's it. The binding tape is complete on the top and bottom of my pocket, and now I have pinned up in place my binding tape on both sides here, and I have left little tails at the end, and I'll show you how to finish those off when we're done stitching this up, folding it over and stitching it behind, just like we did the other two pieces. I have stitched my bias tape in place over here, and I've flipped it over to fold over here, and you see the tail is sticking out. So before I stitch down this back side, I am going to just bend this over and tuck it under to the best I can so that you have a clean edge everywhere. So my bias tape is all in place, and the last thing I need to do is now finish up this raw edge at the top here. And what I have is, again, I used this before, my wash away Wonder Tape. This stuff works really well because what we're going to do is now turn this with the wrong side up, and I'm going to use a strip of this along the whole edge. You simply peel off the backing, and this Wonder Tape is excellent because it does not gum up your needle when you sew through it. So this is going to help me hem this edge. I'm going to now fold it over, and this way it will stick down into place somewhat. Because there's 2 layers, so it gets to be a little tricky. Then we're going to fold it over one more time because you don't want to see any of those raw edges coming or sticking out. This part will be under the bed, so it's not crucial, but it just looks nicer. Pin this all up as I fold it down, and then I will stitch it all up. And there'll be just one more step after that, and the bedside caddy will be complete. The final step is to attach your shelf liner. I purchased mine at the Dollar Tree, and you could get this anywhere for real cheap. I was having some difficulties sewing this on, so I'm going to just go ahead and use my fabric glue. This is Fabri-Tac Permanent Adhesive Glue. And this is just the portion that is going to be under your mattress, so it will be fine to just use glue instead of going through the trouble to hand stitch it, because this will not go through the sewing machine. Alright guys, so I tried my bed caddy by my bed, but I decided that there was just too much space from the top to the bottom. So over here I'm going to draw a line. The line is now drawn, and I'm going to simply stitch this way, all the way across, so that my items don't sink all the way down to the bottom. Okay? Alright guys, my bedside caddy is finally complete. I really had a good time making this bedside caddy, and I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. It is a beginner sewing project, and I'm telling you, if I could do this, you could do this. So if you liked my tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon for future notifications. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye!